For a limited time at McDonald's, get a Big Mac Extra Value Meal for $8. That means 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, and medium fries, and a drink. We may need to change that jingle.
Prices and participation may vary.
This podcast is supported by FX's English Teacher. Last year's critically acclaimed series returns to follow Evan, Gwen, and Marky as they vie for their students' divided attention. See why Cosmopolitan called its premiere season a masterclass of comedy, while Glamour raved it's the year's funniest and most heartwarming new comedy series. FX's English Teacher, all new Thursdays on FX. All episodes now streaming on Hulu.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Purina believes no one should have to make the impossible choice between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
Tom, are you ready to go global?
Kevin, I was born ready. As someone who used to live in Brazil, as someone who, lives in the international culinary capital of the world, Charlotte, North Carolina, I can't wait for season 20, Top Chef, Global All-Stars. Let's go, Kevin.
This is Pack Your Knives. I'm Kevin Arnovitz.
And I'm Tom Haberstroh.
Tom, it is March. That means Top Chef Season 20 is upon us, and the show has blown up. We're not going to provincial capitals. We are not even going to American megapolises. They are going to London, England. And more than that, I think, more interestingly, they have attracted a cast of Top Chef cheftestants that range from the Middle East and North Africa to Poland, to Thailand. They have decided that they are going to leverage the great Top Chef empire. If you do not know, Top Chef is a show that has been replicated in dozens of other countries and regions. It is not merely an American phenomenon, at least not anymore. And what the show has decided to do, and what Pack Your Knives is going to chronicle, is a whole menagerie of chefs who come from all kinds of culinary, linguistic, and global traditions. And Tom, it's kind of it's a new thing for the show.
It is. And they're going to start out in London. And then for the grand finale, they're going to go to Paris, which I've
is
never
an upgrade.
Yeah, it is. And I want to get your thoughts here because I've studied in London. You've been to London a whole bunch of times. You have family there. So like you probably have more of an experience in London, a richer experience of culinary exploits than I have, which I was there for a couple months as a student. And so you can imagine me in 2006 with a couple pounds in my pocket trying to afford the British lifestyle. And I didn't get very far beyond like, I'm going to buy a salad from Sainsbury's and a 3-liter cider bottle that was going to sustain us for the entire semester. I didn't get to go eat the various cuisine as much as I would hope.
Well, true story. London only discovered food about 15 to 20 years ago, like sometime during the Blair reign. It is It is not a great culinary tradition as much as the show might like us to believe that. In fact, the quality of its cuisine has only been bolstered by the innovation of its colonial subjects. If it were not for sort of the great South Asian culinary traditions, West Indian culinary traditions as part of the British Commonwealth, London would be every bit the wasteland in terms of culinary tradition that it was when I first went in the late 90s. It was a moral emergency. It is one of the worst. In fact, Tom, I was in London last week because my niece Maya was getting bat mitzvahed. And I had, I think, one of the only first great London meals I've ever had in the last 25 years in a lovely part of town called Islington in North London at an Italian joint called Trullo. But this is not a great food city. And in fact, it's always interesting. If you go to omakase, you get a lesser version of what you would find in Tokyo, Los Angeles, or San Francisco, or New York, right? Like you go and eat French food, well, you might as well just go across the channel. Like their Italian food is not what, by and large, you can find in Italy. Like it is just.
So it is a mosaic, but it's not the best.
Yeah, it's a mosaic. But again, one of the great things is that, but if you want to go find great Pakistani food, boy, you're in for a treat. If you want to go find great Jamaican food, you're in for a treat. And so there is great food there, but England as the Anglo-Saxons are not, nor the Norman conquestors. Nobody really produced great culinary tradition here. This is a recent development, and truthfully, I mean, Tom, bagging on London food is sort of a tradition of food people for generations. So we will occasionally bag on London food or the idea that they're any good at food. By the way, you will never see a piece of meat that isn't completely overcooked. You will never see if you want your fish not hammered, you have to specifically beg the server for that sort of for that kind of preparation. Well, they overcook everything.
It is a place that they've decided to do their first foray, probably because it is just like a great, a great hub. It's got a bunch of airports and it's great, a lot of different ways to get to London. So it's a good place to have Top Chef Global Olympics, the host city of that. But what's interesting about this, Kevin, is that they're pulling the pool of contestants are from past seasons. It's not hey, here's the best chef in Thailand or here's the best chef in Poland. These are contestants who have competed on Top Chef, the different franchises, and these are contestants that have gone far. A lot of them are winners in past seasons. Some are finalists, but I just went to the Wikipedia, Kevin, did some research on the Top Chef franchises, and there are 7, as far as I could tell, 7 live franchises: Top Chef Brazil, Top Chef Canada, Top Chef France/Belgium, Top Chef Mexico, Top Chef Middle Eastern North African, Top Chef Panama, and Top Chef Thailand. But did you know that there was a Top Chef El Salvador, Kevin?
I did not.
Did you know that there was a Top Chef Finland, which was called Top Chef Suomi? We've had Top Chef. There's been like 20 plus different Top Chefs. So we've had a lot of different forays into the Top Chef dominion. We got Romania in 2012. They had a short-lived Top Chef Romania, and it's kind of interesting to see a lot of these shows started taking place in 2012, 2013, and then some of them came about in 2016. So it does kind of, you're almost seeing like the I don't know, like the genealogy of Top Chef is there's like these waves of when they decide to, expand the empire.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the Top Chef Finland, which is the Suomi, and boy, was that a competitive season. The top 2 players each had like 2 wins, 3 highs. There is because they have that little color-coded chart that you and I enjoy so much.
They do.
But yeah, and I mean, you didn't even mention Top Chef Germany, which has produced some of the bigger, quite a contender here for this season. Why don't we go through the contestants real quick? Because I mean, we are gonna. This is our maiden voyage for season 20. If you were listening, it is probably because you're very excited that Top Chef is coming back. Hopefully, you're excited that Pack Your Knives is coming back. We are going to do our big draft. We will drop that very soon after. In fact, I think we should drop, Tom, we will be dropping that the night of, immediately following the episode. But let's just
Thursday, March 9th, for those who are listening, Thursday, March 9th is the season 1 premiere of Top Chef London / All Stars.
I'm just going to cue it up and let's just quickly run through the cast and you can tell me something interesting, something uninteresting. Quick impressions. We're going to go in alphabetical order. Samuel Albert.
Okay,
the
so
winner of Top Chef season 10 France. South, they've had 10 seasons at least in France. So, in France, obviously being, if you're a Top Chef France winner, that means you are as good as anybody, right?
Yeah, so let's run through these quickly. We've got Samuel. I don't know how to pronounce it in French, but Samuel has a restaurant in his own family's house, which is really cool, in Sous-Celles. I'm going to butcher all of these words and names this season, so just get ready, buckle in. Which is in like a little township within a larger city of 5,000 people. So this is he's not a small town chef, though. He is a guy who's trained under Joël Robuchon in Monaco and London. He worked all over the globe in Australia, Switzerland, Shanghai. And Kevin, because he won Top Chef season 10, Belgium / France, he won the Order of the Belgian Crown. Is he now a prince or something? What does that mean, Kevin? If you win the Order of the Belgian Crown?
I mean, I guess like King Leopold, it means that like they assign you to Congo or something. I don't know. I'd forgotten that Belgium had a crown until quite recently, but that seems like a really big deal. I'm very bad at all those sort of royal distinctions and weird monarchism or like atavistic monarchism. I don't get any of that shit. So
I don't either.
But it sounds like a really big deal.
It does, and it's in his bio. So I'm gonna assume that it's true, and then it's a pretty prestigious thing. So who's next?
Who is next is I imagine this is a Haberstroh favorite. Luciana Berry, Top Chef winner, season 2, Brazil, however, is London based. So in an odd sense, she is kind of one of the home chefs here, in terms of this is a home field advantage for her.
She's the hometown hero, if we want to call that. She is, although she's from Salvador, which is famously the home of Carnival, which my parents went to. Which maybe I was conceived around Carnival. I don't know. Is that too much information there, Kevin? Sorry, I don't know. It couldn't possibly be because I used to live in Brazil, so I'm getting my timeline all mixed up. But the whole point is that Carnival, the biggest, largest party in the world, is where Luciana is from, in Salvador, Brazil, which is it's in Bahia, which is a coastal state on the northeastern coast of Brazil. And she won season 2 of Top Chef, like you mentioned, and she's in private catering as well. So it's not that she has her own restaurant, which there's a few private chefs on this cast, but she is an ambassador of Brazilian cuisine in Europe. So she is living in London in the UK, but she is coming from Brazil and is a big ambassador of Brazilian cuisine. So I'm a big fan of Luciana.
We know the next chef. She has been a guest on Pack Your Knives. She has sent us care packages, and her name is Sarah Bradley. You know her as a finalist of Top Chef season 16, Kentucky. Tom, Sarah's back. Thrilled to see Sarah in the mix here.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see Kentucky's finest, Sarah Bradley. She was a finalist with one of our favorite seasons with Eric Ajapong, Eddie Conrad. I think we had Eddie on the show from Philly. And that was famously Nini's season, Kevin, which last season you said was one of your biggest busts that you've had in the draft. Was just, I drafted Nini too high. And so Sarah Bradley's coming from that season of Top Chef. I'm so excited to see her. And how often do you get to see someone from Paducah, Kentucky, being, on the platform of a global, culinary competition? So I'm excited to see Sarah compete.
And one of these days, I do hope we have occasion to be in Paducah, Kentucky, because we do need to go to the Freight House, which is Sarah's joint in that place, and for some bourbon and some dinner. And that would be that is on my list for my next U.S. road trip. Also reappearing, Dawn Burrell. I mean, season 18 Portland, and that COVID season, that was right. And she was a finalist, and we all know Dawn's story. She is, I think, one of the more distinct cheftestants that we've seen in terms of personal style, in terms of strengths, in terms of flaws. She is much discussed, fascinating player in the competition.
Literally a player, an athlete, Olympian turned chef. And so when I heard about this, Kevin, that they were doing a global competition of Top Chef finalists and winners from around the world, I was hoping Don was going to be a part of this, because come on, you have an Olympian track and field athlete in the fraternity sorority of the Top Chef. We would love to see Dawn competing on the global stage once again. And she is here. And we kind of saw last season, she was part of the guest judges. So not only did she compete in season 18 as a finalist, she was also kind of on TV in a bunch of roles in last season. So her trajectory, well-deserved. As fast as we've seen on Top Chef. So she had, of course, Kevin, you well know, because I drafted her and then traded her to your team. She has some time management issues, and we're just hoping that she fixes all those for this season while she goes to London.
Listener, listen up. This is important. Okay. I'm going to try to save you some money here. If you're still overpaying for wireless, it's time to say yes to saying no. At Mint Mobile, their favorite word is no. You may think like, oh, that's bad. No contracts, no monthly bills, no overages, no hidden fees, no BS. Here's why I said yes to making the switch and getting premium wireless for $15 a month. You heard that correctly. $15 per month. Ditch overpriced wireless and the jaw-dropping monthly bills. And of course, there are all these hidden fees and stuff, but at Mint Mobile, plans start at $15 per month. All the plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk and text. You're not doing like weekend and nighttime minutes or anything like that. And it's delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone. Don't have to get a new phone. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all of your existing contacts. I switched months ago. People have asked, did you actually switch? Yes, I actually switched months ago. And I don't know what to do with all this extra money. I've cheated the system here. I've rigged something. This is an Ocean's 11 situation where I'm stealing wireless from Mint. That's how good a deal it is. Ready to say yes to saying no? Make the switch at mintmobile.com/dings. That's DINGS. That's mintmobile.com/dings. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 per month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hello, listener. It's Producer Maze here to talk to you about Quince and their cookware. Cooler nights mean cozy meals at home, and Quince's cookware has made fall cooking so much more enjoyable. Their pieces deliver the quality and performance of luxury brands, but at a price that makes sense. And they look gorgeous on the stovetop, too. No matter what item you need to complete your kitchen, Quince has you covered. With 5-ply stainless steel pots and pans, nonstick skillets, chef-quality knives, and even ceramic bakeware, which is perfect for cozy casseroles or Sunday roasts. And when you look at these prices, you might think, how is Quince doing this? How do they deliver high-quality items similar to high-end brands that are half the price? Well, let me tell you, they partner directly with ethical top-tier factories to cut out the middlemen and pass the savings on to you. And it's not just cookware. I got myself some bath sheets. That's right. When you're a tall man, you have to use bath sheets, not bath towels from Quince. It's like drying off with the cloud. It's incredible. Upgrade your kitchen for cozy fall meals with premium cookware from Quince. Go to quince.com/dings for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/dings, DINGS, to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/dings. Hello, listener. It's Producer Maze here to talk to you about Kindred. Now, close your eyes like Owen Wilson during a job interview and imagine a way to travel that feels personal, comfortable, and connected without the price tags and the sterile feelings of hotels or short-term rentals. Now, open your eyes and stop using your imagination because Kindred has made it very real. That's exactly what they do. Kindred is a members-only home swapping network. It's not a hotel. It's not a short-term rental. It's a smarter way to travel where each stay feels like home. Here's how it works. With Kindred, your home is your ticket. You earn credits by hosting fellow Kindred members, and then you use those credits to stay in over 220,000 homes in more than 100 cities worldwide. There are no hotel costs or rental fees, just the credits that you've earned. Every stay comes with white glove service, 24/7 trip support, and $100,000 in host protection. Make it easier for you to travel and enjoy yourself and not worry about details. I've used Kindred and I found an amazing home for a weekend getaway in an idyllic location with amazing views and great ambiance. It had everything I needed. And the best part was, it cost me $0. So apply now at livekindred.com and use code DINGS to join for free. Plus, you'll earn 5 nights of travel credit just for signing up. That's right, that's 5 whole nights for free at livekindred, KINDRED.com, code DINGS, DINGS, livekindred.com, code DINGS.
How do you top your love for your cat? With a cascade of decadent savory gravy over a mouth-watering mousse pâté. Fancy Feast gems. 2 gourmet pâtés in 1 convenient pack. Simply peel and plate to reveal a pyramid shape that makes eating delightful and pamper her with an experience as extraordinary as she is. Turn the everyday into the extraordinary with Fancy Feast gems.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
Jordanian Ali Ghazawi was the winner of Top Chef Middle East North Africa Season 3, Lebanon. Really interesting, really just interesting pedigree. Kind of like in terms of like the Royal Academy of Culinary Arts, like has done all the, when you go abroad, the sort of those high-end restaurants in places like the Ritz and the Four Seasons, sort of the top hotels, very big Michelin star kind of pedigree here. So he is a fascinating contestant. I'm actually just really excited. I mean, Middle East and North Africa, I did some eating in Oman over the summer since we last convened, and I think it's an underrepresented cuisine in Top Chef, and so I'm really excited that it is going to be a part of Top Chef Season 20.
Yeah, and he's got a really big following too. He's kind of a celebrity. He's got 500,000 followers on Instagram. Not that that's a measure of yourself as a person, but to put in perspective, Gail has like 300,000, and same with Tom. This guy Ali is a huge deal. So we have a celebrity among celebrities on this show. Ali Ghazawi. He is in his bio. It says, Kevin, during high school, Ali discovered his passion for food and would make 150 sandwiches a day, selling them to everyone on campus, including faculty members. Ali, if you're listening, we need that story. What kind of sandwich were you making 150 sandwiches a day and distributing it amongst your friends and family and everyone on campus? Is it a PB&J? Like, I'm trying to think of what is the most efficient sandwich you could make 150 every day in high school. That seems like a lot.
Yeah. Our next is Tom Goether from Top Chef Season 1 Germany finalist. Trained under nobody other than Thomas Keller himself, Mr. French Laundry. Is also kind of one of these. I'm always fascinated with the people who direct food and beverage on these yachts in these boats, and he does that as well. So
wait a minute, Kev. Don't even try to feign this excitement about a cruise ship guy, because I remember your take on cruise ships.
Yeah, the less we say about the cruise ship thing, the better. It also cruise is also known as hostaging. It is just why anybody would ever want to be on a cruise is beyond me.
Yeah, he's the ex-chef for the Scenic Eclipse, which is a 6-star world's first discovery yacht. I thought it just went to 5-star. There's a 6-star category?
It goes to 11. What does a 6-star yacht look like? Like, we'll need to have Tom on. Hopefully he will become a listener, as many of the Chef Testants are listeners of Pack Your Knives. Tom, if you are a listener, we want to know exactly what makes a rig a 6-star yacht. Wow. Are we talking about like the late Paul Allen, the Octopus? Wasn't that the name of Paul Allen's boat?
I think
the
so.
Octopus.
Is it like once you have a helipad, then you achieve the 6-star status, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
But it's still a boat. At the end of the day, you're still drifting and you can't get off. And that
you
is
can.
Not
it's just
not a
work
consequence
out for you.
I want. So Nicole Gomes is a Canadian contestant who was the winner of Top Chef Canada's All-Star seasons, which is a real distinction. I mean, think about it, right? Like, so she won, the mightiest of the mighty, and so she should be somebody to reckon with.
She's a jazz singer. She
Nice.
beat Bobby Flay, so she has that badge on her arm. She also owns a chicken joint called the Cluck and Cleaver. So I think chicken joints have the most fun names. Like, don't you feel that way? Is that fried chicken joints always have just a very bubbly name to them?
Yeah, I think they're genre of restaurants that are very fun to name. I think chicken. The best of those is Vietnamese because you can do pho. So you can have faux sure or, for real. You can do all kinds of it. But chicken does lend itself, given the whole cluck and bird and wing. You can do all kinds of stuff when it comes to the nomenclature of chicken joints. I'm looking at her menu. They got the rotisserie. She got the crispy fried chicken. This is a very, very smart utilitarian thing. And they also do biscuits. Now, I don't know what we think of biscuits in places like Calgary, Alberta. There are people who grew up in our region who
do they rise? Like, do the biscuits in Calgary rise?
That's the question, right? Like, but Calgary's kind of a country town in many ways, though. I mean, it's a city, but it's the rodeo capital of North America, arguably. So, though it is north of the border, it has some real kind of, has some cred in that department. Victoire Gluby is the Top Chef Season 2 Italy finalist. She is also a native of Brazzaville, which I believe, is that also where Serge Ibaka is from?
It could be.
In the Congo, I believe that is. I don't want to. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe she shares a hometown with one of our favorites, Serge Ibaka. The People's Republic of Congo. And she comes via Italy, though, which is where she has cut her teeth as a chef.
Yeah, she's also the creator host of cooking TV programs for Sky TV.
Nice.
So she's not only a great cook or a great chef, and she comes from Africa and has lots of different cuisines under her umbrella. She also is really good on TV. So I got to imagine that she's going to be, I don't know, on our scouting report for our draft. I think she gets a couple points for understanding the TV medium and what works and what doesn't. So I kind of feel like that's a little leg up for her.
And look, I also love the idea. I mean, she talks about both her affinity for both African cuisine and Italian cuisine, and I love that kind of fusion, and that's always fun. Charbel Hayek, no relation to Frederick, presumably, is a Lebanese chef who was also a winner of a Top Chef Middle East North Africa. This one's season 5 in Saudi Arabia. And actually kind of trained here in Los Angeles at Melis, which is kind of, if you go like the one of the most prestigious restaurants in this city over the last 30 years, it's an easy call. And so, again, very, very prominent pedigree, lives in Florida now, works as a private chef, always interested. Tom, we need at some point to do kind of the query of, private caterers, private chefs, how do they fare overall in Top Chef competition? Is it a good proving ground? Is it not a big proving ground? But he comes with some serious cred here.
Yeah, and I don't know how many Lebanese globally known chefs are in Lake Worth, Florida, which is I think it's sandwiched between like West Palm Beach and Boca. I think is Worth. I actually thought it would be more like Orlando area, Disney World area,
it's on
the coast.
It's off of 95. It's definitely off of 95 on that sort of that whole south of West Palm down to Boca and Pompano, kind of that whole corridor in South Florida.
Yeah, there's a few of these private chefs. We got Victoire, we have Charbel here, and then also Gabriel Rodriguez, which we'll get into later. But yeah, we have a few private chefs here that it always makes me feel like this is they're going to be kind of going uphill here in this competition. But we've had some successful private chefs. But you're right, we need to do a study and figure out what backgrounds are the most successful.
Our next contestant needs very little introduction. It's Buddha Lowe. He don't waste no time. Coming back, he is the defending champion. Tom, has there ever been a top chef defending his or her crown in the subsequent season? I don't think so.
You know, this is a really good question, and I'd imagine it's kind of like he's got a shortened off season. He just came off, and normally you see these chefs come back, several years down the line. But Kevin, this is kind of like coming out of the bubble and having to start a season like yesterday. This is a shortened off season for Buddha. I worry about the load management that he has, or maybe this is he's got the hot hand. Kevin, you want to go with the hot hand?
I noticed that between the hair and the look, he's kind of he's ready for TV.
Oh, he's like, you know what? I did the same thing this morning. I was looking at his highlights from last season. He's lost some weight. He looks really good.
He is a man who is ready for TV celebrity. Bless his heart. I still, I got to get to, by the way, I got to get to Marky's Caviar and Huso in New York. I'm overdue. I haven't been in New York since before COVID. I'm coming, Buddha. It is unquestionable. But boy, I am so excited the Buddha's here. That was one of the great, and also just kind of a natural contestant for this. It's not just that he won Top Chef Houston. He is a kid who grew up in Australia, of kind of Southeast Asian culinary traditions. He is sort of the ultimate, but loves cooking sort of classically. He personifies the whole spirit of this season. Dale McKay is a Canadian chef who won. He was the first ever winner of Top Chef Canada, season 1. And he is from Saskatchewan, right next door to Alberta. So we've got some kind of those interior, those big rectangular interior Canadian provinces are represented well in this season.
Yeah, this seems like he's got his whole house is just a bunch of leather. This guy, Dale's got a great big mustache. It kind of reminds me of Joe Sasto and his curly mustache there with a little twirl at the end. Dale's got a serious, I'm sure he has just nothing but plaid and just basically got the whole lumberjack look going. He's from Saskatchewan, Canada, and he's got 4 or 5 restaurants in his portfolio that he runs. So Dale McKay, he seems like a very different contestant than what we typically see on this show. But he's a little bit more of a restaurateur than what I expected. He's an Iron Chef Gauntlet participant, Fire Masters, and Wall of Chefs. I don't know that show, but I'm excited.
Our next contestant is May Fatanat Tongtong, who was the finalist in Top Chef season 1, Thailand. It's interesting. Born and raised in Chiang Mai, so in the north, which is a somewhat different Thai cuisine than a lot of folks who are used to eating kind of the Phuket Southern Thai style. Kind of closer to Isan, and going to be a really interesting contestant just because the Northern Thai is just some really banging stuff. It's just good. I'm really excited that they got someone from that part of the world for a global competition in London. That's going to be super
Kevin,
cool.
I was wondering if you were going to do which country or which show Top Chef would have the strong, you're most excited to see them cook. Where is Thailand on the list? You have got Poland, you got Brazil, you've got Italy and North African cuisine. Which one are you most excited? There's Germany as well. Is France and Belgium, all that. Is there a Top Chef franchise winner or finalist in this competition that, I can't wait to see what they cook up?
Well, I will say as a person of Polish descent, theoretically, I am not excited to see Polish culinary cuisine because it's all beige. No, Thailand's got to be right up there, especially northern Thailand. Like, it's just going to be a really fun. It's such a great palette, and you're right up there on the Lao border. You got that kind of larb. You got all kinds of stuff there. So I'm really excited about. I think I think Southeast Asia is still just so much fun to watch in terms of flavor profile and what you can do. How it also can incorporate even more than Japan. Like Japan's kind of a beautiful standalone cuisine. What makes Thailand and Thai food so fun is just how versatile and easy. Like, you can incorporate other culinary traditions in Thai food and vice versa. And I think that's really, I'm really excited they found someone from Top Chef Thailand.
Yeah, and it reminds me of Chef Jamie Tran from I think it was Portland, who has that Las Vegas restaurant, Black Sheep, who did very well on this show. She was the one who kind of like was like the ventriloquist who would make all the sounds on Top Chef. So definitely a strong pedigree on this show. So I'm excited to see May compete on this season.
Begoña Rodrigo is the winner of Top Chef Season 1 Spain. Owns a restaurant people love in Valencia called La Salida, which, by the way, you can only get a reservation. You know the earliest time you can get a reservation, even on a Monday night? This is the funny thing about eating out in Spain, Tom. 8 o'clock. You want to eat at 7:30? No, we're not open yet. This was my great revelation about eating out in Spain when I was there with Eric in 2019. It was like, all they have is 9 o'clock. No. The place just opens at 9. So Begoña is got a Michelin star to her name. She is, if you're kind of doing the badass rankings in the roster here, she is, I think, at the top of the heap.
Oh yeah, she's the only one, as far as I can tell, that has a Michelin star to her name. And also, it's a cool story. She studied industrial engineering and left for Amsterdam at a young age, and then decided while she was in Amsterdam, like, I want to be a chef, and then rose from there to having a Michelin star. So Begoña, she is, as far as I can tell, the most acclaimed of any of the restaurant, the chefs on this season. A big juggernaut going into this season for sure.
Yeah. We have Gabby Rodriguez, who won Top Chef Season 2 Mexico, now lives in Madrid, cut his teeth in Mazatlan, in sort of the fine dining scene there in that large Mexican city. And so Mexico is represented.
Yeah, he now lives in Madrid. He's a private chef. So another one of the private chefs here on the show. He won Season 2 of Top Chef Mexico. So I think it's been a while since Season 2 Top Chef Mexico, I'm just guessing.
I gotta imagine, yeah.
But yeah, excited to have Gabby on the show and see what these private chefs do in the competition.
So finally, Amar Santana, whose restaurant I just ate at less than 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yes, down in South Coast Plaza, down in Costa Mesa, because Eric and I were going to see. It's where we like to go. We like to go to his restaurant before we see plays at the South Coast Rep. So we kind of make an evening of it. Eric is a particular fan at Vaca. There's a little less for me to eat there now that I'm not eating Vaca. But it is. That is. We just ate there 2 weeks ago, and it is really, really good. Vaca does a great job. Even though I couldn't eat most of the menu, my scallops were wonderful. We saw Appropriate, which was the Obie Award play from Brandon Jacobs Jenkins, and we had a lovely dinner beforehand, courtesy of Amar at Vaca.
Amar has been in the Top Chef rotation for quite a while, and now he's getting back into the competition. So that's exciting. He's always just a happy guy. He just always got a smile on his face, very positive light on the show. So I'm excited to see Amar compete. And I don't want to skip over Kevin.
You're right. I missed Sylwia.
Sylwia, who's born and raised in Poland, and she runs her own cooking school called Cookshi. And she was trained at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. She's a teacher of culinary, and she occasionally is a private chef. But basically, she runs Cookshi, which is really cool.
Right. She is way on the Ukrainian border there in Lublin, not far, probably not more than 25 miles. I suspect, I hope we will see a pierogi. As somebody who shares a home with a Pittsburgher, I hope we do see some pierogi action. I'd be very disappointed if Celia does not treat us to pierogies at some point. But she also won Top Chef Bowl, and she is going to be, I think, a force to be reckoned with. So, and also just a great, I mean, let's get the Eastern European culinary tradition for all of its failings. God damn it, let's just do it anyway. We do want. We do. I mean, I'm going to rag on British food. I'm going to rag on Eastern European food. That is kind of my way. So, but that's the list. 16 chefs. We're going to draft them, Tom. We will be dropping our draft. What you said, March 9th, Thursday, right after the premiere of the season, and these will be our 16. So get your board going, man.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm already taking notes on what you've said about the chefs here, so that I can kind of create not only my big board, but also Kevin's big board. So I'm studying up here. I know that you've already, I don't know whether you're trying to play me, where you're trying to show your hand, but trying to throw me off a little bit with the whole Poland hate and all that. Eastern European and British cuisine hate. I'm trying to discern whether this is an actual front or not. But basically, we have 7 North American chefs, 4 from the U.S. Buddha Lowe, Sarah Bradley, Amar Santana, Don Burrell. Those are the 4 contestants from Top Chef America, the flagship program. And then we have 2 from Top Chef Canada, 1 from Mexico. We have 5 from Europe. So we got France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Poland, also the Middle East, North Africa with Ali and Charbel. We've got 1 in Thailand, May, and 1 from South America, Brazil, Luciana. So a really good mix here. 11 different shows from around the world. And I'm excited. And Kevin, you know, we've lamented a little bit on this show that the stakes don't feel so high with all these established, already known chefs on Top Chef, a diversion from what the humble beginnings of Top Chef used to be about, is the scrappy, hungry young chef who wants to hit the big stage. We're not getting that this season, but I do think that this is going to be fun to watch, not just the different chefs interacting with their food, but also the language barriers, the cultural barriers, all of it in a kitchen, and it's going to be really fun and interesting to watch.
Really excited. Download our draft on March 9th. Right after you finish watching Top Chef season 20 premiere. And Tom, I got to go to work. I got to scout. I got to make some calls. I got to watch some film. I got to get going because I'm on a roll. I think have figured out how to identify this talent, and I'm looking to have a good draft.
Yeah, you got to make up for your number 1 overall pick last year, Robert, who flamed out after 4 episodes.
For Tom Haberstroh, this is Kevin Arnovitz, and this is Pack Your Knives.